Well, we'll see if anybody's still up. Oh, Kenneth. How you doing tonight? That's great. Me too. Been sort of lazy the last couple of days, letting this old high heel up. Oh, he just froggy as ever. Well, hello, Sonya. How you doing, girl? You have a good day. Oh, boy, I put more women to bed on YouTube than anybody else does. Man, I've been asleep. I got trying to wake up. If they can say, what are you doing up this time of the night? Yeah, it just depends on how many rowdy ones come in tonight. That's how long I stay on. What did you have done, Sonya? I knew you were going to have some surgery up, but I never did hear what it was. Hey, Bree, did you like my little comment on your Wednesday waterfall video? I just told the truth, dude. Bree, I can't talk. Okay. You seem to be doing all right. At least I got a laugh out of you, I bet. That's not fun. Hello, Verna. Haven't seen you in a long time. You doing all right tonight? Yeah, I need to start doing that. Yeah, the when I sleep, I still got to put it back on there. It's done real good. It's doing good. I still got a little halo around the light, but the doctor told me said it'd take about 3 or 4 days before it started clearing up good. So I just been goofing off, sleeping, and drove a little bit today. That wasn't no problem. It's sort of a little bit cool and misty. Not cold, cold, but sort of weird weather for Texas. All right, what about you? How you doing? How's the weather? Old Toby Keith song. Yeah, I'm sure everybody. Ugh. Every time I was out in your part of the country, it rained. I don't think I could stay out there. About 3 days of it. I don't see the sunshine for 3 or 4 days. I get grumpy. You feel better, Bree? Hello, Mike. Hey, Janice. You have a good day, Mike. We can't talk about anybody else but Bree for a while. All right. Well, you finally gonna get it on the road then, huh, Janice? Bree wants us to talk about her. What can we think of on Bree? Yeah, last night my damn gut was bothering me. I wasn't sick, just didn't feel good. If you had an RV, Janice, you could just move into that and let them go ahead. I got a question for all of y'all. Have y'all all got a favorite coffee cup? Coffee just doesn't taste right out of a different one. Hip flop. Yeah, I think that's probably what it was, Janice. Hmm. Boy, that brings up a lot of a lot of flashbacks. Oh, I gotta have hot coffee. Cold coffee just makes me mad. Cold, warmed over coffee or a woke up moment. Ain't neither one of them worth a damn. Hello, Carol. No, the sutures this time are doing good. I'd be plenty mad if it wasn't. I don't understand what you're asking, Janice. Around the sutures, no, no, all that's good. Yeah, no, all that's good. Only damn thing with them sutures is they itch sometimes. We're talking about them coffee cups. I got one coffee cup that I drink coffee out of every morning. If I drink it out of something else, don't taste right. Or you wash it. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't have any problem. This is just like I ate something that just didn't set real good. You want to come up, Mike? Only thing that's weird about those citrus, Janice, for the first time in my life, I got a belly button now. Well, hello, Mike.
What's going on?
I don't know about these gals. They're sort of hinting at weird stuff tonight. Bree talking about flip flops on her belly, and Janice talking about her belly button, and
No comment.
I, I believe that late night trouble might fit tonight. I believe they'd like to get a little rowdy.
Yeah.
What you
Uh,
been up to today?
Not much. I slept in. Had a rough night getting to sleep last night and the night before, so it finally caught up with me. But yeah. Um, Other than that, just chilling. Um, I was gonna go and um, clean out the back of my rig and reorganize, but it was way too windy, and so I'm like, well, always tomorrow.
Manana.
Yep. So
I tell you what, I the best way you let something heal is sleep. And so
yep.
ought to be a healing dude today because I'd get up and mess around for a while, and lay back down and go to sleep for 2 hours. Oh yeah.
Yep. Well, at least you're feeling a little bit better, hopefully.
Oh, I'm good. If I didn't get no better than I am right now, I'd be good.
All right.
Last night I just ate something that didn't agree with me. That was all that was.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Uh,
got to hear this story, Janice.
let's hear this.
I say you done brought it up, Janice. Run with it.
So yeah, tomorrow's supposed to be, I think, the high of 76 or something like that.
Mm. Oh, RV DJ, I could run with that one. Okay.
Oh, windy and rain tomorrow, so maybe not working on my vehicle.
Yeah. Tomorrow's the big day for me. I'm gonna start on my band tomorrow.
Nice.
Start getting it on back together.
As far as putting, as far as building it out, you mean, or
Yeah. All I've got in
gotcha.
it now is just the I've got a bed frame built up in it, but the thing was a 15 passenger van, and so it's got all them clips in the floor. I need to take them all out of the floor,
Ah,
and then I need to raise that bed frame up about an inch and a half to where all my totes will slide up under. So that,
gotcha.
and then I need to build me a toilet to go in there.
Yep.
So it take a little time. I was sure
What do
hoping
you
I could get that thing with that high top, but that just ain't gonna happen for a while.
What are you thinking about for going with a toilet? Just the bucket, or
Yeah, well, I've got a deal set up with the cat litter and bucket and bags
gotcha,
and stuff. But it'll
gotcha.
be hello Ariel, but it'll be inside a cabinet to where you just use that for a stool and then you flip it up. You can use it.
All right. Yep. I need to find the right size because 5 gallon still kind of, still kind of low for me. 7 gallon is too high. So
Well, in one of them little 3 gallons, you fall the last few inches. Phyllis Diller. When I was
yep.
in the military, well, I was working in a hospital over in Vietnam, and we had a physical therapist, and she was a nice looking woman, but she could fluff her hair up and make it wild, look just like Phyllis Diller. And of course, that making them old boys exercise when they had stitches and everything else. And she'd tell them, honey, you just go ahead and cuss me, do anything you want to, call me whatever you want to. But so we're going to get you going again. And I've seen her have my boys be getting drop foot, from laying in the bed so long, and that they just should be pushing their feet up. And they'd just be crying, big old husky kids. But she was good at it. And then she'd go put the right clothes on. She was a knockout. She was character.
I always had the big burly nurses.
Always had what?
I always had like the big burly nurses.
Oh,
Yeah, when I had the stroke and was in the hospital for almost 2 months. Um, yeah, I always seem to end up with the big burly nurses, and and no, never had a I don't think I ever had a cute nurse.
When I blew that thumb off, I was laying up there in bed, and there was a male nurse in there. Hello, she devil.
Hey,
And
Tommy.
I told that male nurse, I said, this is a hell of a note. Man blew his hand plumb up, and you get a damn male nurse. I thought I could at least get a good looking female nurse. He said, I'll be right back. And he left, and he come back in there with about 10 good looking nurses.
Oh, jeez.
She
Yeah,
devil, okay.
when I was in the hospital a while back for the stroke, I it was interesting because it was um, I was at Dartmouth in New Hampshire, and it's a teaching hospital. Dartmouth College is right there, and so every morning I'd have like 10 people come into my room, and almost all of them are students, and yeah,
Yeah, I stopped that a couple of times when I was really hurting, and they'd have student nurses in there, and I said, "Oh, not today." you know,
yeah,
just y'all go practice somewhere else. I'm not in the mood for it. And they pretty good about it.
yeah. Um, I sent them away a few times, but the only thing I didn't like was when you got the one, they came to draw blood, and there was a student or two there, and they're like, "Oh, you try," and I'm like, "How many times did you do this?"
Yeah. Well, they punched me so many damn times while I was in the hospital. I've always been easy to get blood out of, but it got where they couldn't find a vein nowhere.
They started to have to use the back of my hand, and yeah, it was like, yeah,
Well, now they're putting IVs in, and they're drawing blood through that IV now instead of having to poke you again. But you got to live with that IV.
right, yep.
She Devil, what you been up to, girl? Anyway, I tell you one thing. It was funny though. I went over there and they laid me down on that damn hospital table. I like to come off of it. I thought, oh shit, no, I've laid in one of these damn things for 2 months. I don't. I had to settle myself down.
Yeah. Uh,
Hey, Diver.
hey, Diver. Uh, yeah, I was amazed at how quick when I had my bypass surgery. Um, from when I went into the ER to by the time I got out of rehab, 10 days. But
I got a buddy of mine that just had it. That's about what they had him in there for.
yep, they like to get you up, right after the. Oh, we need to get you up and moving, and I'm like, really?
Well, that was my biggest gripe when I was in the hospital. I done laid in that bed so long that my back was killing me. And I'd call them in there and tell them, man, get me up and walk me. And because that had sort of let that back loosen up.
Yep.
And of course, they won't let you walk by yourself.
Oh, of course not. You're a liability. Yep.
Yeah, that's the way I had been. I have modified a few, Janice. I guess I'm lucky to be old as I am and still in good a shape as I am. No, just I can't fuss too much.
I've been trying to stay healthy, but uh, I know this doesn't help.
Mountain Dew,
Yep.
that stuff got real popular down here in Texas for a while, and then it just disappeared, and it's starting to come back now. They claim that got more caffeine in it than any other soft drink.
Maybe that's why I'm addicted to it.
Yeah, you can get addicted to it. That's right, Janice.
Yep. Right side of the dirt.
Well, the and there's a lot of people on here that had problems and they come back from it, and it's pretty neat to hear some of these folks' stories.
Yeah.
What are you going to do to your trailer?
Um. Well, once it starts consistently staying warm, I've got to cut a hole in the side of the trailer to put my AC unit in. Well, the door to slide it through. Um, I got rid of my portable AC unit and I bought a window unit that draws less wattage. So my portable AC unit was drawing almost 1200 watts. So I could only use it on my generator or when I was plugged in.
Yeah.
And the AC unit I have now um, says it draws only 450 watts. So other than that, I've been watching videos on um, apparently the Starlink that I have is able to run flat. Um, so I've been watching videos on how to get it mounted to permanently mounted on the roof of my trailer, um, to where I don't have to always get it out, set it up, tear it down, you know. But we'll see how that goes. I'm leery about that because that's actually what I have to do is take and on the back of it where that the mast comes out. Um, you have to cut the plastic housing around it to be able to take that mast out and the motors that move the dish. And yeah, so I'm leery about that.
Well, I'm going to put a portable in that van for right now because I'll always be plugged in or I'll have a generator running most of the
Yep.
time. And I ordered a baggage door. Hello, Rebecca. They,
Rebecca.
I ordered a baggage door that vent hose and everything could go in where I can just open it up and then that vent outside. So it's
Yep.
on.
My suggestion. I mean, that's what a 15 passenger van.
Yeah.
They said so. That's about what is it in length? 10, 12 feet, maybe. I can't remember.
Probably 12 feet, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, even if you get a, a very small portable, it'll cool that place down in a quick.
Yeah.
Minute. be you can be able to run it longer if you're on your generator because it won't be drawing so much.
Well, I thought about getting one of them little 5,000 would be plenty in that van,
Oh yeah, yeah.
but I really hadn't figured out how to mount it. I think I'd want. I thought about mounting it in the back window, and it's big enough that I could take a plate of aluminum and mount that air conditioner in that back window.
Okay.
But I just I like being able to see out of them back windows when I'm driving.
Gotcha. Yeah, and
That
it'd be. I mean, you could rig it to where you. Well, no, because you'd still need to lose one of the windows. I
yeah,
was gonna say you can rig it to where you can take it in and out, but
I had one. I put one in a cab over camper I had and rigged it up like I'm talking about. Drill a hole in the floor where the water drain off, and it worked pretty good.
yeah, yeah. I had my with my portable AC. I had a hole in the floor for the venting.
Well, they work a lot better if the vents are higher
Oh,
because hot air goes up.
right.
And if you vent it through the floor, you cut a lot of the efficiency off of it because of
Gotcha.
having to push that hot air down. So really the best setup is just come straight out where the vent is in the back of the AC and just I did a little playing with that different places with that hose and it damn sure makes a difference. Of course, in that small an area, it probably wouldn't matter.
Gotcha. I was what I was referring to about the back window was if you were to do a window unit, a small window unit, but um,
If I haven't ordered the air conditioner yet, but I really haven't made up my mind just exactly how I'm gonna rig it. I'm sort of leaning into that portable, but
I mean that's the easiest, you know.
there's a guy on TV, I mean on YouTube, that had a really neat setup. He had his air conditioner in one window, took the glass out, and mounted the air conditioner in at one window, and then he had bought one of these real good uh, tool cases, toolboxes, and cut a hole in the back of it and slid it over that air conditioner and screwed it down to where when he run the air conditioner, he just opened the flap up on that door, and it just looked like a big black case on the back of that deal. It was a pretty neat deal.
Okay, it's almost like what I have for the hatch that I've got to put in. Then, if I'm following you right, um, it's oh come on, where are you? See if I can bring this up.
Because I can't sleep hot. And just, and in Texas, you got to have that air conditioner.
Oh yeah, I'm hoping to be able to get this done before July because I'll be heading back over to the lake then, and um, I will die without my AC. So
I had
is that kind of like? Oh, um, I can't. Oh, come on. Is that kind of like what you were talking about with the hatch?
Yeah, on that portable one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's the hatch I ordered to put my window unit in. So, worst case scenario, I plug it in, stick it in the doorway, and hang a blanket to cover the rest of it
What
temporarily.
you say your trailer was 10 foot?
5 by 10, yeah, 10 foot long. Well, with the V, I think it's technically it stretches to 12 feet, but um, and the problem is I thought about putting it up in the front V part, but my door is on one side of the V, and then where I have my propane tank mounted and going in and all that, it's just not wide enough area to clear everything. So um, I figured back corner on the driver's side or the passenger side um, is where I'm going to end up doing it.
Well, everyone's different. That hello, Roy and Becky.
Hey, Roy
Well,
and
they
Becky, if you're there.
just person just got to get it in there. I built up a 7 by 14 one time, and B knows, and that was a nice trailer. I shouldn't have sold it.
That's what I want to move up to, and I think that would be plenty big enough for me. Um,
If you move up, don't get a 14, get a 16. You can't tell the difference in pulling them,
okay.
and that other 2 foot makes all the difference in the world.
Now, I hear different stories. I hear single axle is decent, pulling, blah, blah, blah. And oh, no, no, go with a dual axle. Which do you prefer?
If it's over 12 foot, I want a dual axle.
Okay.
If it's under 12 foot, well, single axle fine. So it and there's a little insurance with a dual axle. If you blow a tire or something, you can strap that up and get on in. Where with a single axle, you're gonna fix it before you go anywhere.
Right. That's the downside of a single. Yeah. Um, worst case on a dual axle. Worst case is you drive it off the exit and find somewhere to.
Well, that or you burn a bearing up or something like that. And of course, if you grease them things, you don't have much trouble out of these axles. Now, I tell you one thing, I used to build those things, and way back before you could buy cargo trailers, when we built them, and the one thing I do not like these new style axles. If I buy another trailer, it's gonna have a springs and equalizers under it. That,
A
that
what?
it has a regular springs and equalizers. It's
Okay.
not gonna have that rubber torsion bar, and
Gotcha.
because them things wear out and start wearing tires out and everything else. I don't like them. And you can take one of those things that got the springs and equalizers and run it 100,000 miles, and if you need to do something to it, well, you can go to a trailer place and have a new set of springs and axles under it in just a couple hours. It's
Yeah.
easy to work on, and that rubber gets old. Your torsion's all in that rubber, and that rubber after a while it gets old. So that's one thing on trailers that I'm a firm believer in.
Gotcha. Yep. I know. Um, when we were talking about when you were talking about bearings and whatnot, I know I'm gonna have to do my bearings, um, because haven't done anything since I bought the trailer in 2017. Um, and but how hard are they to do?
Oh, that's not hard at all. They, in fact, what you do is jack that thing up and catch that wheel and see if you can shake it around in and out, sideways. And
What,
if you
like
can,
like the,
yeah,
yeah.
and if you can, reach in there and take that castle nut off and start tightening that nut up until that wheel gets solid again. It'll still roll, but it don't have the shake in it side to side. And then
Okay.
put your nut back on it. And the best thing that you can do is pick you a set of buddy bearing caps up. It's got the
Okay,
grease.
that's what I was going to ask you about.
Yeah,
Because I had those for my boat trailer years ago,
they
but
work. That's about the way it goes, Diver.
yep, always towing.
Well, that's one good thing about this van I bought. It's a 1 ton, and so I can pull anything I want to pull with it. If I want to pull a travel trailer behind it, I can.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about the Armada that I have. It's basically a um, Nissan. It's built on a Nissan Titan frame, um, and towing capacity is 9,000 pounds. And
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to have anything that's going to weigh that much.
Well, I own a couple travel trailers, and my daughter and them built a new house and put a on 60 acres, and they put a RV hookup in the sewer and the water and everything. And so I'm on a
Well,
freshen it with one trailer up a little bit, and then I think I'm gonna tow that trailer out to my daughter's and leave it, and where I can go out there and just take a van out there.
yeah.
You
Hello, loves you.
hello, love. How you doing, girl? She purring tonight. You get a lady purring, you're doing good.
No comment. uh,
I can't believe you let me get by with that one, Bree.
so yeah, and I know eventually I need to get tires for the trailer, and they're still decent, but again, they're the original from when I first bought it in 2017.
Well, I tell you what, one thing I like, and it's a must for me, is that it's got to be 7 foot wide, where that bed can go crossways.
Yeah, and that's what I see when I bought the trailer originally. Um, I wanted the smallest, lightest one I can find because I was pulling it with my Honda Civic. So I knew my towing capacity on the Civic was 1,000 pounds, and the trailer I got at the time when I bought it, empty weight, just under 800 pounds. So I'm like, great. I put, you know, milk crates in it for storage and also to double as a bed platform. But now it's like, since I did the remodel and whatnot, I weighed it in Oregon, and it came in at 2,000 pounds.
Yeah, you can.
So, but you know, if I had to do it over again, I would probably go a taller trailer at least because it's only 5 foot high.
Yeah.
Um, and I just barely scrape my I just barely brush my head on the ceiling. I have to do this. But and then yeah, definitely at least 6 foot for me wide, if not 7. But
It makes all the difference in the world. That 7x14 I had a side bunk in it, but the reason I was using it to deer hunt, and I'd pull that buggy up in the back end. So I'd fold that bed up and then pull the buggy in, and I had it all in one trailer. And that worked pretty good, but it sure did kill a lot of room with that bed coming out that wall.
Yeah.
Well, Diver, all I got to worry about that little bulldog, so I don't have to worry about a wife or. I designed a trailer up, 16 foot, that if I ever build another one, I'll build it like that. And what I did was 7x16, but it had two angles that run down the wall where you could pull two pins out and you shove that bed forward. Well, that left you enough room to set a motorcycle up in it, and then when you got where you want to get, unload the motorcycle, slide the bed back, pin it. And I helped a buddy of mine do one like that. It worked well.
Yeah. Sorry if that was inappropriate.
Well, I want to do some running this year. I'd like to go to Johnny Journey up there. That's about 700 miles, so that's not too bad. And I really want to go to Oregon 24. There's a there's a bunch of them folks, Gina and some more of them that I'd like to meet.
True, Janet. Uh,
Just have to make do with what you got, Janet.
uh,
Hood of a car is not too bad unless you got a hood ornament.
yeah, you got to watch out for those hood ornaments. Uh oh. Down to my last. Down to my last gummy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Um, Funny you say that, Diver. Um, I One of my friends actually they tried that and the table broke.
Well, if it heats up high enough, both people are in a mood, you can make just about anywhere work.
Yep. That is true.
Bree said even under a waterfall.
I can say I have not experienced that. I'm at an age that, yeah. I just I'm with Janet. You know,
What kind of heat you got in your trailer?
um, well, I've got propane and electric. Um, if I'm plugged in propane electric, um, and it's either I've got a little. Well, I've got it actually here. Um, hang on.
Hello, cat.
So I have this little one that's got it's got a thermostat temperature control here and a fan speed and a timer, and that draws 400 watts. Um, and then I've got another one that's either 800 or 1500 watt. And then if I'm not plugged in or running my generator, I've got a just a buddy heater.
I'm if I eventually I'm gonna get one of them Wave 3 heaters. Hello, box man D
Hey D.
girl. They but that portable AC I was talking about,
Yep.
the one I'm looking at, it's got heat strips in it too.
Oh, okay.
So it when you plugged in, you'd have heat and AC both. I know my casita was like that. The air conditioner had heat strips in it.
I know the a lot of the van life and RV people are going switching to the mini splits.
Yeah, them damn things are high.
As far as price wise,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I priced out a few, and the cheapest I could find, and that did heat and cooling, was like 650,
yeah.
just under $700, and I'm like, I can't. Yeah, I couldn't justify doing that. I mean, long run it might be fine, but oh, and while I'm at, while Roy's in here, um, oh, well, if you fall asleep, good night, Bree.
Okay, Miss Bree. Appreciate you coming in.
Um, Roy might be able to answer this question is because he's got, I believe he's got the same AC unit. Is there a soft start in that AC unit, or does it? I don't understand. I know it's like 450 watts, but I'm wondering what the initial kick is.
Most of these new air conditioners have got soft starts on them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Bree will go dream what kind of trouble she can get into. I tell you one thing, this electrician buddy of mine showed me. I kept having receptacles go out in the wintertime. You plug in. And he said, yeah. I said, what the deal is, they said they take and use that plug. They don't use the screws on the side when they put these trailers together. They just use them little old bitty.
Oh, the
Yeah, yeah.
little
And
push
said
in connector.
it burns that little old bitty piece of metal up in there and kills that switch.
Yeah. I remember somebody saying that to me when um, I was doing something. I can't remember, but they mentioned about instead of using the little push in, insert the wire into the little hole in the back and keep, you actually use the screws on the side. And
I'd snug them electrical outlets up. That buddy of mine, he's an electrician. He said, "Oh, you ain't tightening that thing near tight enough." I said, "You tighten that thing to where you think you're gonna break that plug." I said, "That's where most fires come from. Is them screws are not tight enough. It gets to arcing in them."
gotcha. I'll have to double check online.
Well, that's one good thing about having a master electrician for a friend.
Right. I had one I have one, but he moved from Florida to North Carolina now.
Oh, Cat, what you been up to today? Y'all must be having storms if the thunder woke you up.
How's she enjoying the retired life?
The way she was talking, she was redoing her house and getting her little buggy ready to go.
Yeah.
What'd you say? This is the second time she retired, or the third time?
Uh, Hopefully for good now. Start enjoying life. That's what I don't understand with some people that they say, "Oh, I got to work, 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 and um, so I can save for retirement and then enjoy life." Out. I'm like, live now. You know, if you can do it.
People just don't realize how cheap you can live in one of these RVs. Just yeah. Diver, I'm just like you. I got more to do now than I had when I was working.
I was going to say I've talked to several people that are retired, and they all say the same. They work more now than they did when they were working.
Well, here I pay $350 a month for my big trailer's parked, and that's all my bills paid. Well, hell, I couldn't pay my utility bills on the house for that.
Yeah, I still get acquaintances saying, oh, it must be nice to be able to do all this traveling and have all this money to travel. And I'm like, I don't have that much money. I'm just not paying rent or a mortgage or utility bills. And
Well, a house, you don't ever own a house or somebody owns you.
yep.
Taxes and utility bills and upkeep, and they raise hell because they have some little something break down on a trailer. And but Lord, when something breaks down on a house, you know, you, and like I had air conditioner go out on that house of mine, and it was an older AC unit. Well, the time I got through, I spent 8,000 replacing the unit inside and outside. Well, you can go replace the air conditioner for about 1,500 bucks on a regular RV air conditioner. It's a good thing I didn't know about this lifestyle when I was about 20 years old. I'd have been the sorriest sucker that ever walked on 2 feet. How old are you, Roy?
I'm gonna guess 60-ish.
That's what I'd say, late 50s, early 60s. Well,
uh,
Cat, that's one thing. They used to build a storm cellar down here in Texas everywhere. And I haven't seen any new homes with a storm cellar anymore.
oh, same age as me. All right.
Y'all just little pups. Damn, I done lived 25 years longer than you are old, Roy. No, and especially in West Texas, they used to build them storm cellars. Every house had a storm cellar. But I haven't seen one of those built in a long time. Hello, Fairy Dust. How you doing, darling?
Hey, Brene.
What are you up to tonight? Well, used to, of course, they used to keep food too out of a garden in them. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Fairy Dust.
Roy, I have to say, I was a little. I didn't know if I should be, you know, turned off by it or not, but I went to Golden Corral a couple years ago, and when I got the bill, when they actually brought the bill to me, they had given me the senior discount. I don't know if I should have been offended by that or not.
Well, something that gets, and I still don't know how to take it. When we come back from Nam, well, you get cussed more than anything else. I never did have anybody get in my face like that because I wouldn't put up with it. But uh, these people now walk up to you and say, "Thank you for your service." I don't know how in the hell to take that. I live with
Right.
the other part of it all my life. I walked in a Flying J the other day and was going to get a pack of cigarettes, and they wanted an ID.
Oh, I'm happy to give them that. I get asked, and I'm like, "Oh, thank you."
When I was about 40, I guess, I walked into a nightclub. Well, Bree, damn it, D.
D, if you fall asleep, good night.
Yeah, Rocky'd make a hell of a guide dog. I have been thinking about getting Rocky. He's well enough behaved that making a service dog out of him.
Yeah. How's he
And
doing?
oh, he's doing fine. He's just crazy as ever. But he's real good on a leash. You can put a leash on him and he'll stay right there with you. But hmm, but having to leave him in a vehicle if I go like into Walmart when it's hot in the summertime, I don't like that. Yeah,
I know, at least up in the Northeast, it's now a norm to have people bringing their dogs into like Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, those places, and they're not service animals, but they just put them in the cart and push them along, and nobody says a word.
I'm gonna try Rocky on. I need to do is get Rocky a harness instead of a collar. He does good
Yeah.
on a collar, but I think the little harnesses look good on the bulldogs anyway.
D, I know the feeling. Is yeah.
That's the way I was, fairy dust. Before I turned 21, I never got caught. Damn.
Hmm.
Yeah, and Rocky's muscled up so much in his neck and his shoulders. If you put a collar on him and he wants out of it, he can just turn around and back out of it because his neck and everything's so big, you know. But the kind of dog he is, he big. Yeah, me too, dude. D, did you ever sell your fifth wheel?
Oh, that's right. She had it. She was selling it. uh, oh, all right. Yeah, I know. Like back in New Hampshire and a few other states up there, um, I know they were going to that policy is card everybody. So D, are you keeping that spot and just had the trailer moved and you're in your box truck, if I remember correctly? I thought that's what she was doing, but
Yeah, I think she said, I was listening to one of her lives. I think she said she was going to keep her spot.
Yeah, I saw the a video with Bob Wells that she did, and she was talking about it.
Well, that's where I first started keeping up with Cat. I mean, with D.
Gotcha, gotcha, D.
I tell you what, somebody, who in the hell was that? I was watching a video yesterday, and they were in California, and gasoline was $7 a gallon.
Holy crap!
It's Maddie. That's who it was.
I guess later this year, a lot of the traveling, it just depends on gas prices for me because
Yeah, that's right, Cat.
just see how it's $7 in the remote areas. Are you talking California, Roy, or where you are?
Yeah, until that mess straightens out over in the Far East, well, it's going to keep going up.
Gotcha.
Well, just have to roll less miles, that's all. You know, I've been thinking about several of these trips that I'm thinking about taking, and I may make reservations this time. It'll do two things. It'll make me slow down and just drive 300 miles or whatever I want to drive. They, but you know, if you take a week to go someplace or you take a day, it all costs the same.
Oh, crazy! Almost $7 U.S. and Australia. Wow.
I wonder what it is up in Canada. It's usually higher up there too.
Yeah, and then you gotta do the liter times four. Okay.
I've never.
Wow. The last price I saw here was the average 329.
That's about what it is here.
Okay, so three and a third. Okay, I just said four to round it, but
You know, what pisses you off is we were the biggest oil exporter in the world when Biden got in office. And now we're buying all our damn fuel.
yeah. Hey, Kenneth.
Hello, Kenneth. I never have checked the gas mileage on that van. It fill the damn thing up and go. It sure is different than riding in motorcycles, though.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I could fill that motorcycle up for about $8 or $9.
Yep. Now, Diver, where are you at? Okay. And Brene, I thought you already went to that in Willie Nelson thing.
Well,
Oh, okay. Okay, I was reading that wrong. All right.
300 miles. So you're getting 10, 11 miles a gallon. I imagine that's about what my van's getting.
Yeah, I know the rig I have, I get about towing I get about 12 to the gallon, and I can go about 250 miles, just under 300.
There you go, Roy. Well, really, that's the deal. If you don't run 5,000 miles at a time, well, the gas don't make that much difference.
I think I'm going to be turning in here in a few.
Yeah,
So,
we've been on here about an hour and a half.
Crystal.
Hey, Crystal. Yeah, we can get off here in a minute. We've been on here nearly an hour and a half. Good night, D. You have a good one.
D. All right.
Well, you about ready to shut it down too, Mike?
Yeah, I'm going to pop off here and try to close my eyes and see if I can get to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I got to put the damn patch back on his eye where I won't rub it in my sleep. Then,
Gotcha.
all right. We'll see y'all later. Y'all have a great night, and I appreciate y'all coming in.
Thanks and good night, everyone.